Welcome to Planet Subaru, one of the largest Subaru showrooms in the world and the only one powered entirely by the sun. Today we're going to take a look at how to set the clock on a 2014 and 2015 model year Forester Premium. Now this is also going to be the same way you do it on a 2014 and 2015 model year Forester Limited without navigation. It's very different from the old style. A lot of people have been having trouble with it, and I could think of no one better to help us out than our own Scott Forester, one of our sales guys here. So, Scott, why don't you show us how it's done?
Sure, Nate. Okay, we're going to be using the 3 control switches on the steering wheel to actually control the different options on the 4-inch display up above. So you have on the steering wheel, you're going to find an up arrow, a down arrow, and an I set button. The I for information, and you'll see where set comes into play. So what we're going to do is when we use either the up or the down arrow, it will scroll through different information, different vehicle information screens. So you can scroll through things like your average miles per gallon, your
Fuel economy.
your fuel economy,
Yeah.
Things like that. And what we want to do is we want to scroll onto the screen where it says pull and hold the set button to move to the selection screen. Once we get to that screen, we actually pull and hold that button until it displays the main menu. The main menu, on the main menu, you'll see date, display, screen setting, maintenance, and if I use the down arrow, I can scroll to a few other options, other menu options that we could set. So I'm going to scroll back up to date. I then pull, but I don't hold, that middle set button just to select that date setting option. And you'll see that the Forester gives you all kinds of different possibilities that you can set, all kinds of date settings that you can put in here. Your birthdays, your anniversaries, your maintenance dates, things like that. What we want to set is the main date and clock setting. So I'm still keeping it on that top date option. Once again, I'm going to pull but not hold the center I set button, and that now takes me into the date and time options. From here, you'll see a little right arrow next to the month field, the 4. What I want to do is anytime I want to change one of these fields, I want to once again pull but not hold that middle set button, and it gives me an up and a down arrow. Then I can use my up and down arrows to actually modify that specific field. So if this were July 28th, for instance, I could go up to the 07. We happen to be on April 28th, so I'm going to stay on the 4. To move to the next field, once again, I pull but don't hold, just pull quickly the middle I set button, and I use my down arrow to toggle over to the next field. So if I wanted to change the day, I could then, again, pull but not hold my middle set button to give me the up-down arrows, use my up-down arrows to change that field, and then pull but not hold the middle set button to get back out, use the down arrow to scroll over to the next field. So this is where your actual time setting can be found. So right now it's showing 4:36. If I want to change this to, let's say, 5:36, again, I pull but don't hold, just pull quickly the middle set button, gives me my up down arrows. I use my up arrow to change it to 5, pull briefly the middle set button, and I'm back. I can now scroll to the next field. When I'm satisfied with the time that I've set, I use my down arrow to continue scrolling through the fields, and I now select with that middle set button the set option, and it will tell me that setting is complete. It goes back to the main menu. At every menu, if you scroll down, you will have a go back option, and you can back yourself out of these menus. So I'm backing out once again, and notice I'm back onto the set screen. And now I can use my up-down arrows to scroll through various information screens again.
Excellent. And that's how you set the clock on a 2014 and 2015 Forester Premium.